Imagine you waking up tomorrow and having 5 million views on a piece of content that you posted yesterday. Sounds impossible, right? Well, it's not. I'm going to break down the 3 video styles that will make it happen for you. These are super simple to implement, and best part is they're proven to work time and time again. Let's dive in. Inside, these are 3 templates for crushing your content. I've used these over and over again. There's 3 different variations that you can implement in your content strategy. So what these look like is number 1 is simply what it shows on the screen. Viral video templates. This is all about getting more views on your content. The strategy that I'm going to show you has gotten me well over 5 million views in this one style. The next piece is going to be sales conversion. So if you're selling a product or a service, this will help you turn more content into dollars just by leveraging this. And the very last piece, I'll save till the end. So when we look at viral video templates, this is a very simplistic strategy. This one strategy alone has gotten me well over 5 million views. Now, sadly, in the place that we're in today, negative content will resonate more with the viewer than positive content. It extracts more emotion out of the viewer. So by doing this, you are by default creating a problem for them and then giving them a solution all within a 20 to 60 second short form reel. Here's the framework that I use to get over 5 million views. You have a negative hook. The negative hook goes into an alternative solution. Then you have your promise, your solution, and your call to action. Don't worry, I'm going to walk you through this step by step. The negative hook. This is what's used to grab their attention with a bold negative statement. People will always listen if they're doing something wrong. This is where you get to create your villain. Now, a negative hook is anything that can be scroll stopping that fits your niche, your topic, whatever it is that you do. So here's an example for something fitness related. Squats are the most dangerous exercise and you need to stay away from them.
No, God, please, no.
This is where we get to implement the alternative option. So this is where we play hero. We're going to give them alternatives to that horrible negative and preferably like to do 3. So an example would be instead, here's 3 exercises that you can do on leg day. Now we're going to jump to the promise. The promise is where we give them a drastic yet visionable outcome that they can look forward to. So for an example, why am I watching this video? Because they want tree trunks as legs. So that's their desired outcome. What the promise is, what are they going to get out of watching your video? And then here are the solutions. So these 3 different valuable alternatives inside the solution. Here's an example based around this. So the first exercise is Romanian deadlifts. This will absolutely murder your hamstrings. Second exercise is leg extension. Keep these slow and controlled. And if you don't want to walk tomorrow, pause for 1 second at the top of each rep. End it off with some bodyweight lunges and complete these until failure. Now that we've given them the 3 valuable steps, we're going to enter a call to action. Where do we want them to go? Do we want them to click a link? Do we want them to follow us? What is it that we want to ask for after them watching this valuable piece of thing that we just gave them? The way I like to use this is for engagement bait. We can ask for a like, a save, a share, or a comment, depending on what platform you're using. So for an example, make sure to save this post to keep this workout. We're using psychology here, and they're going, oh yeah, I need to save this workout, right? So that's how we structure it. So the final product for the viral post would be something like, squats are the most dangerous exercises, you need to stay away from them. Instead, here's 3 exercises you can do on leg day to get tree trunks as legs. First exercise would be Romanian deadlifts. This will absolutely murder your hamstrings. The second exercise is leg extensions. Keep these slow and controlled. And if you don't want to walk tomorrow, pause for 1 second at the top of each rep. End it off with some bodyweight lunges and complete these until failure. Make sure you save this post to keep this workout. That is viral content. You can go through and you can reframe that however you want. The main focus of that would be the framework, which is negative hook, alternative solution, promise, solution, CTA, call to action. So that is viral. Next would be sales conversion. So 9 times out of 10, we're all selling something, whether it's a service, a product, an Etsy store, a Shopify store, something. We all have something to sell, even if you're a drop shipper of some kind, right? So This is what I call the perfect video pitch template. Now, you could post a normal, boring elevator pitch that results in coming off very salesy, or honestly, it's just kind of boring. People have seen it all too much, and quite frankly, they really don't care about who you are, what you do. But people do care about their problems and they want them solved. This is where we introduce what's called POP. Now, POP is problem, opportunity, practical steps, and then promise. This is where we are going to create a problem and we're going to deliver on that promise. So when it comes to the problem, you want to begin your video making your viewer problem aware. Problem aware hooks can be created by identifying and analyzing common issues or pain points that your viewer experiences. We want to make this negative so they have no choice but to listen. So here's an example. You're slowly killing yourself by drinking tap water. Germs and pathogens in the water are taking over your blood. Okay? Then we introduce them with an opportunity. Now we want to give them hope. Be the hero to the villain that we just created. So in this case, it would be tap water. But we don't want to introduce our product or our service as the hero. We want to let the viewer determine that the product or the service saved the day, and we just simply guide them towards it. So for an example, to get unpoisoned tap water, you need a filter. A filter will block all the bacteria and the cancerous pathogens. Now we introduce the practical step. We've officially, and now it's time to give them the steps that they need to follow. So within these steps, this is where your product or your service needs to be a part of that equation. Let's say your product is a faucet mount water filtration system. And then we run through this example. Now we're entering the promise. So the promise would be, we're going to tell that the hero saved the day and now the city is safe from all the evil. And we're going to give them the exact outcome that they dreamed of. And we're going to conclude with solving their problem. And once we do that, we have our final product. Now, I did throw a disclaimer down here. I have no idea about anything when it comes to tap water, if it's false or if it's true, or filters. But typically, I know tap water and filters make billions of dollars. And then the last piece we have is the authority building post. Now, if we're a service-based business, we want to be the authority figure. We want to separate ourselves from everyone else that's in our niche that does the same thing. So how we do that is by creating ourselves as an authority. So your potential client or viewer 100 out of 100 times has some sort of limiting belief within their service or their niche. And so what we're going to do with this authority building template is we're going to kill that need or kill that self-belief. So your potential client or viewer 100 out of 100 times has some sort of limiting belief within your service or your niche. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill it with this authority building template. So the false statement is stating a common limiting belief within your niche as if you believe it yourself and then slowly disproving it with inside this video. So what the framework would look like would be a false statement, turning point, social proof, disprove the statement, more social proof, and then a call to action. Now, when we look at the false statement, what am I even talking about? So we're going to state one of the common misbeliefs or excuses within your niche. Something that you've heard a million times and you know that it isn't true, but most of your ideal clients believe it to be true. So we're not going to go really hard or be super tough because a lot of these beliefs come from just unconsciousness. So we're going to help them recognize that it's just an excuse without telling them that they're just being lazy. Okay. So for example, some people can't lose weight because they just have a slow metabolism. If you know anything about fitness, we all know that that is very untrue. So then we look at the turning point. This is where we've gotten their attention by the false statement in the beginning. And now we're going to completely disprove the statement that we just made. So we're not trying to sound condescending, but we're just making it clear that their current belief is complete BS. Now we're going to say with clear, undeniable conviction how this works. So for example, what most people think, but I'm here to tell you that you're completely wrong. And then we look at social proof. Now, we're not just going to add some like random thing in here or someone else's results. When we're telling them this, we want to use a client. Social proof is a client testimonial, client highlight, transformational photo, someone that we've worked with to where we understand the backstory. We want this to be in a very relatable manner. So we're going to talk about the struggles that that client had that led up to them having that limiting belief in the first place. Also, of course, social proof is literally the holy grail of automatic authority. So here's an example. My client Samantha was overweight her entire life. She tried all the weight loss hacks, keto, meal prepping, cutting out sugar, all of that. But in 3 months after working with me, she lost 60 pounds. Now we move on to the disprove statement. We're going to disprove that what that belief was is wrong. So here's where we're going to drop all the knowledge and prove it wrong. So we're going to break down the exact reason why that statement is false, and we're going to give them the correct information by providing value. This is not to belittle them or their misbelief. We're just wanting to educate and help them. So for example, the only way to lose weight is to eat less than you actually burn. Now, yes, your metabolism has a big factor on how many calories you burn while resting, but if you eat less than your current calorie maintenance, you will lose weight no matter what. Now insert more social proof because you can never have enough. Social proof speaks louder than self-promotion, and it just works really well. And then we throw some more of that in there, and then a call to action. Now, your call to action in this case could be click the link in my bio. It could be DM me a keyword. It could be comment keyword below, whatever it is that you want to do. But in this case, we're wanting to be very direct with this call to action on the next steps that they need to take to beat out that excuse. So this is what I would call more of a direct offer. So for example, if you want results like Paul or Samantha, book a free call with me and go over your next nutrition plan. Or it could just simply be comment the word next below if you want results like this. And then you have the final product. And I'm not going to run you through the whole thing, but literally if you create a content calendar and you follow these 3 frameworks, your views will significantly increase. The viral alone will get you to 5 million. If you're wanting to use this for sales purposes, following the POP method will help you drastically to where your content will create cash. And then if you're just trying to build authority, the authority one will help you gain more followers on whatever platform it is that you're using. I hope this all makes sense. If you have questions, shoot me a DM below or a comment below. And I'm going to do one better for you. As a bonus, I'm going to throw in this exact worksheet so you can copy and paste it and create your own template out of it. All you got to do is click the link in the description below and grab it for your own. I'll see you guys in the next one.